Let's go. How are turbine blades for jet engines designed? The trickiest part is the blade, but we take care of that with section lines. You need a minimum of 3, one at the base, which is closest to the root, one at the mid, and one at the tip. Imagine each section line as a point you would cut through the blade. And if you look from the top straight down, you would see the image I'm drawing as our section views. Each section view aligns with its respective section line. It is sped up for your convenience, so feel free to hit the rewind button. We're going to take our midsection and create a breakout view so we can provide more detail as to how it's created. We have 3 circles. The leading and trailing edge circles set our orientation line, which tells us the degrees we're off from being parallel to the stacking axis. Not every part of the blade is going to intersect the stacking axis. We identify our trailing edge, which is usually the thinnest, towards the right. We identify our leading edge, which is the bigger portion of the shape, towards the left. The stacking axis is actually the point, not the line, since we're in the top looking down view, which correlates with the stacking axis you see to our left. LE stands for leading edge, TE stands for trailing edge. Start adding some leaders and parameters for our dimensions. We also have to give dimensions as to how far up the section lines are. Since there are multiple sections and many dimensions, we create a table and we give the dimensions labels like AA, AB, AC, and so forth, to then add the numbers later in the chart, making it easier and more efficient rather than taking up so much space creating the same views with the same dimensions. This is by no means a complete drawing, as there is not enough room nor enough time to give a completely defined drawing. Again, because of the limited space, I'm doing something you're not supposed to do, which is leave dimensions directly on the part. They should always be off to the side of the part. This is an oversimplification to give you an idea of what it takes to design a turbine blade for jet engines. So as you can see here, this breakout view would have to be done for each section view. And each section view is called out on the table with its own column, which you would place the corresponding dimensions. If you still have questions, get active in the comments. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time.